The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
21. Hey, express. Gun.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
What we hear so often, how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be at.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 30 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Let's go.
On first and 10, it's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 41 yards. And the Falcons are an extra. Point away from tying the football game. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And here comes the Texans now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Come back. Richmond. Tiger.
Here's Watson now on second down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bruce Irvin able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. Gonna need something special here on third and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Come back. Richmond.
Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And the Falcons grab it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Ryan. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
21.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
21. Hey, Rick Lance.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
Let's go.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. It's Coleman here. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find it.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons are in for 6.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 40.
Richmond. Come back.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Forced out to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Come back.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Dancing to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Come back. Tiger.
Here's Watson. Unable to corral him him. He fights through. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Grady Jarrett continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Come back, come back.
Watson now to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Richmond. Tiger.
Now a first down throw. Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now it's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
Tiger. Come back. Tiger.
Out of the gun, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Tiger. Come back. Tiger.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Hey, Rick Lance. Go. 25, sit on.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
21.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Gun. Left. Get up.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And he gets this one down to the 24. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Hey, Rick Lance. 25, sit on.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
11. Got it. Move 80. Hey, gun. On.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete.
Hey, gun. Hey, Tuesday. Come on, 25 tonight. Hey, let's go.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Tiger. Richmond.
On first down, it's Watson. And Thomas has it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Come back.
On second down, here's Watson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And a nice gain at 21 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Here's Watson. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3.
Come back.
2nd and 7. To the air yet again. Watson flush to his right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Watson. That's caught. It's Thomas. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Watson now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Come back.
Now Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tack McKinley able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Come back.
To throw is Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Come back.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Watson on 1st down. Caught left side, Hopkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
A good pickup there, a 22.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Come back.
Throwing again is Watson. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there. And he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, preserved the opportunity to kick for a field goal.
And excellent coverage. And right now the human is controlling the defense, so good job, human. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Hey, Tuesday. 20. Play. Ready, set up.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Sanu with the grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47.
22. Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Hey, express. Hey, express. Go.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
21. Get up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, now he bowls him over. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Get up.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Back now in Atlanta. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. pressure to kick it away. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Come back, come back. Back 22.
On 1st and 10, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Watson looks to throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Demaryius Thomas from 6 yards away. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. 2 jet, 2 jet.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And here now come the Falcons. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Kayvon Webster there to make the tackle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
11. 11. Hey, South. 11.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Being chased out left. He finds Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
22.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Ryan to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
And a short gain down to about the 33. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here's Ryan. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth. Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And now out comes Houston. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And now the Texans want to call another timeout, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Freeman again. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Falcons on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Ryan. And he's got him in. Calvin Ridley. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Flushed out right. This will be caught just inside the 10. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Freeman. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave them with a long 4th and goal.
Let's just give credit where it belongs. The defensive front has out-leveraged the offensive guys trying to block them. We often say low man wins in tough situations. That's exactly what's happened here. 3 straight runs, and they haven't been able to get into the end zone.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.